Hi and welcome to Cheekyricho's Tefal Cook4Me Osso Bucco. This is a really delicious meal. It's a one-pot dinner. You can cook it and freeze it, serve it with rice, pasta or just crusty bread. Ingredients are in the recipe box below. There aren't very many of them, and as I say, it's a one-pot dish. We've got our Tefal Cook4Me here. We're going to select the beef casserole recipe for this because it doesn't actually come with an Osso Bucco recipe. So we go to recipes and press OK, go to main dish, press OK, go down to beef casserole and press OK. Now this is a meal for 2 persons. OK. Cooking time is 35 minutes and preparation is 15 minutes. OK. It gives you a list of the ingredients here and we're ready to go. Do I want to start the recipe? Yes I do. Press OK. Add oil to our pan. OK. And it's preheating. When it's hot, we're going to add our butter because we don't want our butter to burn. In the meantime, different to the recipe, we've got our flour, our freshly cracked pepper, just a pinch of dried herbs, Italian herbs here. Use whatever you like. And we've got some veggie salt. So we'll just give that a mix around. We're going to dredge our meat in the flour. Because it has a bone in it, if you use a plastic bag, there's a good chance that you're going to perforate the bag. But this way, that's not going to happen. So we just put our meat in like so. Give it a bit of a toss around, give it a good shake, and that will press all of that flour and flavouring into that meat. You can't get this boisterous with a plastic bag. And just shake off the excess, and in the other one. And this flour will actually thicken the sauce as it cooks as well, giving it a nice rich gravy. Okay, just sit that back in there. Once it's reached its optimum temperature, we're going to add our meat with our butter and just brown it off gently. Throw in the rest of our ingredients and then cook it. Okay, we've reached our optimum temperature now. We're just going to throw in our butter. You should hear that sizzling. It'll melt very, very quickly. And then we're just going to drop in our meat. Do any of you use silicone utensils? Because we don't want to compromise the non-stick surface. Pop that in there. We're just going to brown that off. Now, once you see the meat juices start to rise in the bones and in the meat, it's time to turn it over. You see it's got a nice little bit of colour there. Turn the other one over and do the same thing. Now we can throw in our vegetables now. We've just got 1 large onion which has been peeled and cut into quarters and then thickly sliced. Our carrots go in now. You could add any extra vegetables that you like. I'm going to just sprinkle in our garlic, spread in our tomato paste, and then just add our canned tomatoes, canned Italian tomatoes. Okay, now you'll hear it start to plop, plop, plop a little bit, so just lift it up a little bit so that some of that juice can get underneath that meat and it won't be sort of overheated on the bottom. And now we turn it. It says, do you want to stop browning? Yes, we do. Okay, then it says to add the extra vegetables, stir well to combine, and then close the lid. So that's what we've done. Okay, do we want to start the cooking process? My word, we do. Okay, our Cook4Me has just reached its optimum temperature. You can hear it bubbling away in there, and it's set its time up for 35 minutes. At the end of that time, it will actually stop cooking and keep it warm until you're ready. So I can go and do some washing now, or go walk the dog, and I know when I come back, this is going to be perfectly cooked and kept hot for our evening meal. Okay, 35 minutes later, and this is what you should have. Just open the lid. Whoa, look at that. Okay, look at that. The meat is just falling off the bone. It's fork tender. Look at it. It's just so slippery and sticky, and get a fork and show them. This will keep, just get a fork in there, and look, it's just falling apart. We're going to have that with a pile of mashed potatoes and some fresh peas and some crusty bread. Now that will keep hot in that pot for hours. Thanks for watching. Okay, just while our peas and mashed potato are cooking, we are going to make a gremolata, which is traditionally served with Osso Bucco, and it is lemon, parsley, garlic. I'm adding shallots too. These are just fresh out of our garden and they've just been washed. And we are going to grate our lemon zest and our garlic on a fairly fine microplane. Mix it all together and sprinkle this delicious freshness on top of our hearty stew. Be careful you don't grate your fingers here. And that's the fineness that we're after. It's almost like a paste. You don't want any of the white pith here. You just want the fine lemon zest, as much or as little as you like. Okay, and now we're just going to chop our herbs. I'm just going to use this gorgeous Asian vegetable knife that I have. And we want it really, really quite fine. Just roughly to start with. Sometimes you can add some toasted pine nuts if you like, or some fresh grated parmesan or shaved parmesan cheese. About 10 minutes ago this was growing in the garden. You do not get much fresher than that. Okay, now we're just going to get our chopped up herbs in there. Give it a good mix around and just sprinkle a little bit of it on top of our finished Osso Bucco. There's oodles of flavour and nutrients in that one bowl. Okay, we've got our mashed potato here with a nice blob of butter in it. It's time to serve our Osso Bucco. We'll just grab one of those gorgeous pieces of meat with all those vegetables. Oh, look at that. A few more veggies for good luck. And we have some garden peas. And we're just going to sprinkle some of our fresh gremolata on the top. And there you have it. Cheekyricho's Tefal Cook4Me Osso Bucco with fresh gremolata, creamy mash and garden peas. A little taste, shall we? Just grab some of this meat. That fork tender. You do not even need a knife for this. It's amazing. In fact, you don't even need teeth for it. Thanks for watching.